If you're an expert, an author, a speaker, a coach, someone who's just been wanting to create a YouTube video or a podcast, and you've been sitting on an idea, this show is for you. I'm Jamie Maglietta. I'm a television news veteran and founder of On Cam Ready Media. I help thought leaders go from unknown to known. And one of the fastest ways to do that in 2026 is showing up consistently on social media. The best way is to have a long form body of work that you can clip and make content from and drive people to as you build your thought leadership. I have a podcast called Unknown to Known and a series called Think Like a Producer also on this YouTube channel. And if you're liking what I'm offering, do hit that subscribe button. I'm here every week, sometimes twice a week, offering tips on how you can leverage your expertise and start building a brand on YouTube and with podcasting, as well as on your social media platforms. I highly recommend that you start treating your social media like your own media channel. Program it starting today. I show experts exactly how to get seen, get heard, and get taken seriously in the media. And today I'm going to walk you through Riverside FM. I decided to invest in some Riverside FM tutorials because a lot of thought leaders come to me saying they want to try Riverside. I do have an affiliate link, and if you use my link, it does support this channel and my efforts to help more people get a better understanding of Riverside. So do consider using my Riverside link if you decide to buy it. All right, so what is it? What can it do? And how do you use the editing suite inside? Those are the common questions I get. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need a tech team to get started with your own YouTube channel or a podcast. It also helps break down your long form into social media clips. So let's get going and I'll show you what it's all about. Here's what you're looking at when you log in. Clean, simple, nothing overwhelming. You can start to host a solo show, bring on a guest from anywhere in the world, record video and audio separately, and have everything ready to edit in the same platform. No downloading, no sending files back and forth, no waiting for a producer to touch it up. This is your studio right here. Right now, we are looking at a video I've already recorded and edited. And as you can see, it comes with a transcript on the recording. I do wish the transcript also came easily with the edited product, but that's something that I'm sure Riverside is working on. You also get different audio channels from each recording. As you can see on the home, there's the option to record, upload, and then you're also going to have the option to edit, plan a recording, host a webinar. I don't have that feature. And you can ask it whatever you want, and the AI will also help you. You can actually upload a clip. I did that here with this tutorial video in the purple. I uploaded that clip so I could edit it into my latest video, which is this one. As you can see, it breaks everything down. You have your screen share, your recorded content, the original transcript, again, original. You can download that. But right now, what I'm doing is exporting and using Descript for a final transcript because the Copilot isn't really working as well yet on Riverside. I will say that it is coming along. All right. So when you're editing a video that you've recorded, your timeline will look like this. So you've recorded your video and now you're going back into your project and you're looking at the video and you're seeing that there's this transcript on the left-hand side. You can actually edit that transcript by deleting words. So this was a screen share recording that I decided to edit in what I was screen sharing because the audio wasn't as strong on that screen share. But if I wanted to edit it, I could just highlight the words that I don't want in. It then darkens them. And you can do this very easily if you're beginning to edit and you don't know how to really work the timeline. You can edit just by deleting words. It's a really great way. You can also edit it by doing split tracks. I'll show you that in a second. But what's great about this is all the features. You can apply this magic audio that will really enhance the way you sound and your guests sound. I actually record without a headset because this AI magic audio is incredible. Additionally, there's all these other AI features like the smart layouts. You can apply it and see it'll cut up your video differently than I've already cut it up. There's also a way to trim out your fluff and your ums and ahs. So you could do that too. And plus, you can apply your branding to it once you add it into the system here. I don't really use branding on my videos. I use branding automatically on YouTube. I may have to change that, but I do have my branding here to show you of what I have used on YouTube before and on my podcast videos. So you can load it up. There's also a way to identify each track. And here's what I was saying about the smart layouts. You can have full screen, picture in picture. That's what this would look like. I'm going to go to an area real quick. Yeah, so you can see I'm in the bottom corner. There's other ways to split it. There's also a whole layout feature that I'll show you in a second where on the video you can actually change the layouts. So here you can go and move it around. So when you're doing a screen share recording or you're with a guest, you can actually switch it up. I additionally like to add backgrounds, but real quick, let me just show you more of the layout options for screen shares. This can be really great if you're doing a presentation. Although I don't have the presentation feature, I am able to do this in a recording setting, which I love because it helps with my tutorials. You can also change the background. I use this black and purple, so I'm going to use that now to show you. It gives it a more advanced, like mature cable news look. It just looks a bit more polished when you add a background. I will say this, like it doesn't apply to all clips. If I have clips broken up or different areas of the show when I use a screen share, I wish I had an apply all. For the background feature, I'll have to tell Riverside about that. Now, real quick on the editing. So I mentioned that you can also split the track. So if you're learning how to edit and you're like, okay, I don't really want to just delete all these words. You can add a split. I'm going to restore that first. Add a split after where you want to stop. That's that button I just pressed. And then where, there's a split where you want to come in and then delete it. So essentially, you're going to go through and just add your ins and outs. You can also add captions. I don't add captions in YouTube. I should, but I don't because I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what works best there. I may start doing this, adding captions in YouTube. You can also add your own media, music. Here's a different tracks that Riverside has. And so with the music, I didn't have anything get flagged on YouTube, but recently my music wasn't exporting to Spotify, so I did have to add a new track. There's images and audio. It also comes up with AI images, like suggested. I don't know why these would be suggested for my video, but these are suggested images and video. You can type in a keyword and it'll adjust that. And then text, you can add text on screen. So really this is a all-in-one studio that you can use to start recording your YouTube channel, or you could, record your podcast here and export it in 4K. You can invite an editor if you have one, or a preview link if you want others to look at it before you post and get some feedback. There's a lot of great features, including this co-creator. You can use it to really ask for suggested thumbnails, which I I don't think are as great at this point. I'm recording this in May of 2026, but if you are, trying to keep it all in one place, you can create your thumbnails here. It does come up with some cool ideas. I just don't think I ever look like myself in these. I've tried them on YouTube as well. Right now, I'm using Gemini or I'm making it myself in Canva. So it's worth trying. They're still adjusting the co-creator but right now you can create a thumbnail. You can also ask for the transcript of the edited version with time codes for YouTube. I haven't really had I haven't had it look consistent yet. That's why I think like there needs to be a better way to get the transcript on the edited piece. But right now, I mean, there's so much you can do in Riverside. It's hard to argue with what you're getting for your money. Right now, I will send my video to Descript for a transcript, or if it's for podcasting, I go to like a free transcript website. So there's a lot you can do in your post-production using Riverside, and you can really control how the screen looks, your side-by-sides, your background. You can edit very easily, either by words or by splitting in the timeline once you get a bit more advanced. You can also change the layout or use the AI layout, add your branding, and then you can create clips. So, well, before I do that, let me just show you about the sharing. You can share directly to YouTube and Spotify. You don't even have to download it, by the way. That's an amazing time saver. It also cuts up YouTube or Instagram shorts, clips that you can post to tease your episode, maybe on LinkedIn or even on YouTube. And then it does come up with some frame grabs that you could use in like maybe a Canva post or a thumbnail. Here's one of the reels that it suggested. This one had like a high chance of being clicked on. That's why that code is, which I love. It's kind of like an Opus clip where it gives you the suggested reels. However, I find myself having to change the layout quite a bit. You can do what you want and adjust it, which is great. Now, this video isn't moving. If it was moving, I would prefer to have that video on the bottom. You can change the layout and then click on it. You see how I click that little spot? That's going to help you change the layout um, after. So you'd get like two different layouts in the same video. You just click on that space and then you can add your captions and move them around on screen as well as incorporate your branding. So if you want to have a branded short video or reel, it's really easy to create using Riverside. Um, you know, Again, in this, you can edit by text and you can also split the timeline to shorten the reel or add something else to it, this short video. Those are really cool little features here. You also have all of your content, all of your projects are in the cloud. They're not taking up storage on your computer. And again, as I mentioned, if you can't handle this in the beginning, you can add an editor. It is an additional cost, or you maybe give someone your login. Don't tell them I said anything. You can also plan everything out and send people links to join you as a host, as a podcast guest or YouTube guest. And you can host your podcast here. I did host it here. But I moved it to Spotify Creators for right now because I wanted to get on more platforms. And as of this recording, Riverside was still adding all those podcasting platforms. And so that's what I enjoy and how you can use Riverside to create your shows. It is very simple to get started. I highly recommend it. And remember, you can grab my link if you decide that you want to check out Riverside. I also have a discount code in the description. So be sure to check that out. Riverside really does help you get started right away. You're going to do more virtual recordings and solo episodes. It's wonderful for that. If you're starting a podcast and you don't have the budget to have it in person, another reason to have this over Zoom, especially because it has so many features and Zooms can sometimes be a bit grainy. You don't want to have a grainy video when you're starting your podcast. I do have a link in my show notes to my On-Cam Ready visibility bundle that has an On-Cam Ready checklist. In that checklist, it goes over everything you need to have a crisp, clear video. And I do have a visibility program where I go step by step on how you can start framing yourself for social media content and editing using CapCut. So if you decide that you want to, go with long form video on Riverside, but then you also want to record your own shorts, I give you details on how to do that without Riverside as a platform. In case you want to take it up a notch and use other platforms to create your short form videos to plug your long form. So this is what I am using to create all my videos for YouTube and for the podcasting platforms. I think it's a great tool. I highly recommend it. So let me just review everything we just went over again. We went over how you can turn your thought leadership into content easily starting today. For my opens and my animations, I did make those in Canva, not Riverside, but you can load them in. I didn't mention that, so I want to make sure I do. And you can start recording interviews, solo episodes. You can also screen share so that you can have some visuals added easily without having to edit them in. And if you want to go deeper, on how to show up like an authority online in this new media space, check out my Think Like a Producer series. Every episode, I break down how media really works inside out, how to get booked, how to tell your story, how to make producers and journalists say yes. Having a long form body of work can help you stand out as a thought leader. So check that out. Check out that series on YouTube. I also have Unknown to Known. If you want to hear from experts who went from zero to major media presence, check out the podcast Unknown to Known. It's real stories, real strategies, and you can subscribe wherever you listen. I hope this was a helpful video. I kept it shorter per my viewers on YouTube asking me to be a little bit shorter and faster with these. If you want to go more in depth, you may need to go someplace else, but I hope this was a good YouTube overview. Hit subscribe if you want to see what I'm doing behind the scenes with Riverside. Let me know you're here, and I will happily make more tutorials. I'll see you online.